Hello, wherever you are, I invite you to take a breath with me, inhaling into your heart and exhaling, letting it go, grounding, settling, resetting here in the present moment. Today, talking about 6 keys to strong interpersonal relationships. Why are strong relationships so important? Well, they make us feel more fulfilled. People with strong connections live longer. They tend to be healthier, feel more resilient to stress, and you feel that amazing support that you can receive in a connected relationship. So it matters to our emotional health and well being. And what are some keys that are important? Number one, open communication. Inevitably, one person in the relationship is going to have uncomfortable feelings or get triggered, especially as you experience more intimacy and closeness in any relationship. And it's important to be able to communicate what feels okay for us or what doesn't feel okay. And sometimes when that discomfort arises, that's something that we choose to resolve within ourselves or we bring it up in the relationship. So, having willingness to talk things through when things get hard, because they inevitably will, something uncomfortable will come up, the willingness to feel safe, to speak your truth, and to communicate what's going on without the fear of rejection and abandonment. The next key is care, actively caring in the relationship. So that's acts of care, whether they're gifts or initiating contact. How often today do we just lose connection with people in our lives because we just get so busy in our personal bubble? So it's the active reaching out, making that effort to stay connected to the people who are important to you and listening, caring what is the other person going through right now and really being able to listen and open your heart, keep your heart open to the other. And that leads to compassion, having this open heart, empathy for the other, especially when you're going through hard times. So noticing in your relationships, I heard someone say some people are with you during difficult times, some people leave you in difficult times, and some people create those difficult times in your life. So, are you there when they're going through crisis or turmoil? And are they there for you? It's great during the good times. What happens during the bad times? And fourthly, being able to have freedom and autonomy within the relationship. So that willingness to let the other person be themselves, to grow in different directions, and feeling that you have total freedom to have other relationships and, well, if it's friendships, whatever that agreement might be, but being able to have autonomy and still do what brings you joy, even if it might not bring you together with the other, but having that willingness to explore and feeling free in your relationship. And that freedom also comes with boundaries, that healthy relationships have healthy boundaries, that you don't always have to be impeding on each other's space, but there is a sense of spaciousness and being able to express what's okay and what's not okay for you. And you might be somebody that needs more alone time or time to yourself. Um, so being able to express that and have that be well received is also important. And lastly, that you just feel comfortable being your whole, full self in your relationship, that you can express yourself, that you don't have to feel like you're restraining or ever having to walk on eggshells because something you might say might trigger an overreaction from the other person because that's a sign of a toxic relationship. So just be able to be yourself and where you both feel free and you both feel fully accepted, cared for, and loved in the relationship. And if you're not feeling that, being willing to have a conversation. And sometimes our relationships are what they are, right? Sometimes relationships are more of an acquaintance, some are inner circle. So sometimes it helps to know what this relationship means to you and what you're willing to invest in the connection. I hope these 6 keys are helpful. May we all have flourishing, connected, healthy relationships. Lots of love.